Nicki Minaj, man, she's been making headwaves, the last few days. And in particular, I want to talk about, first, and then I'll tie it into the situation with her boyfriend, I think, right now. They got married, didn't they?
Marriage license. I don't know if they're
okay. Yeah, something. She calls her name Miss Petty right now. Well, first and foremost, it was a media outlets are covering. I guess it was an Instagram live that Nicki Minaj was on yesterday, and her boyfriend flashed an extended clip on Instagram live. There's some pictures right there available if you want to look at them online, or if you're on YouTube. If we place this up, we'll put it on the screen there. But Petty is a convicted felon. He was seen carrying a gun and extended clip in his pocket, and this photo has went viral. Now, what's crazy about this is that back in 2002, he was convicted of first-degree manslaughter in the shooting death of a man. He served 7 years in prison. Then he pleaded guilty to the charges. And he also, this is the crazy part about this, is a level 2 registered sex offender in New York. And he will be required to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. Now, after this dropped, Nicki Minaj posted this up on her Instagram, and this is making shockwaves. She said, "I've decided to retire and have my family. I know you guys are happy now. To my fans, keep repping me. Do it to the death. X in the box because ain't nobody checking me. Love you to life." So immediately after that incident went down, I'm not saying there's a correlation. It could be. Nicki Minaj announces her retirement. Now, before I go, something told me, a little birdie was like, maybe she's doing this to kind of just divert the attention away from the situation with her husband or boyfriend, Mr. Petty, showing extendo on Instagram Live. Crazy, that's a crazy nigga. But anyway, what's your thoughts on this whole situation, man?
Man, look, I saw this. I was at the doctor's appointment 30 minutes ago with my daughter, right? And I got my woman with me, loves fucking Nicki Minaj. I show her Nicki Minaj retires. She's like, oh, she wants to start a family. She wants to do this. Oh, okay, cool. That's what the consensus maybe what the women are thinking.
Right.
The first thing I thought was, told you, because we talked about this a month ago when she was doing the podcast and we were figuring out what the next move for Nicki Minaj is, because currently where she's at, it's not going to work for another 2 or 3 years. The shaking of the ass, the hot girl summer stuff is all dope and cool, but 35 and older was good.
Yeah.
What's popping? Where's the evolution at in your music? You are regarded as one of the best MCs in the last 10, 15, 20 years in both the female and male genre. You hear what's going on in the female genre. There's a renaissance in female artists doing great things, but you got a lot of prominent male contemporaries that think y'all ain't doing nothing but shaking your ass and giving strip music. Yeah. You being at the top of that, even though you got your Cardi B's and Megan Thee Stallions, everybody sitting there neck and neck with you, people still look at Nicki Minaj as that kind of quintessential hip hop female artist.
Yeah.
It was a confusing time. She had Queen Radio. We've seen a lot of different artists transition into the podcast game. We also talked about that. Maybe the money ain't where it used to be. Yeah. Maybe she felt as though another album, hey man, I don't have the energy to put out another album. I don't know. When you talked about this situation, though, because this was my first time hearing it about the extendo and all that. I just heard that just now. Man, is she trying to divert attention? Now, we both said we don't know this brother, never met the brother, never heard anything about the brother, but we can look in the brother's eyes. We can look in the man's face and tell him, yeah, that motherfucker's about that life. And I don't mean in a good way. I mean in a institutionalized way. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know what's going on in there. All I can do is wish her and her man the best of luck. If you're trying to just be successful and trying to be positive and trying to keep this intact, I'd keep that shit off of social media too.
Yeah, you got to be smarter than that, man. I mean, like, damn.
That gun shit is
you're a registered offender, and who knows if this goes up on YouTube. We'll talk about it on the podcast, but you got all these outlets now posting this up. So the next thing that could come, the police and say, shit, we seen you, we coming through. You know what I mean? You already an offender. You already, I'm sure he's not on parole anymore, but you're in the system, and you're not supposed to have this shit. You're never going to see, I know I'm a felon, convicted felon, so there's no way you ever see me on camera with a gun unless my record's expunged, and I know. So you just got to be smarter than that. But a lot of rappers do that, man.
What does it say about the people around him? And let's just say Nicki Minaj, that's the only person we know around him to allow that shit to go down. Me knowing your situation, if I seen you with a gun, I'm calling you like, yo, what the
I mean, well, if you look at the picture, it's like Nicki Minaj. She kind of got like holding him like, chill. I don't know what she said. I didn't see the live, but it kind of looked like she's like, yo, chill. You know what I'm saying? When you look at
I didn't see that.
You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there like he's aloof. He's a dumbass nigga. He's like, fuck it, I got my, I'm a hood nigga, but you can't do stuff like that because everybody's watching. This is Nicki Minaj. I think like it's 20 people in your live, people that you know, and you could take it down. She might have 50,000 motherfuckers in there screenshotting, and this is how the media outlets got it. So crazy situation for Nicki. But again, wish them the best, man. We already talked about this guy, Petty, and his, what he did in the past and whatnot. Okay, water under the bridge. He moved on from it. We wish them the best, but silly mistake with the extendo on there. And Nicki Minaj, I wish her the best as well. I think her time has ran her course. She had a long career in rap. It's time to move over and stop being bitter and jealous. Not to say that she probably is, but maybe some females, her and Cardi had their thing going back. But it's time to just, move on and just, be a queen and relax. It's cool. I think they're near 40.
Okay, you believe her though? You think that she's really done?
Not really.
I don't believe her at all.
Yeah, hell no.
I don't believe her at all. I think that, this is just something, a headline to make a headline.
Yep.
And next week she could be making music and could totally fucking forget about this conversation. It makes sense that she's probably trying to divert attention.
Of course, it'll work.
Her fiance, from her man, the person that she's put out there and just highlighted as being, hey, this is my king of all kings. This is what I was looking for. This is my man. But then it makes sense, or it doesn't make sense, or I'm interested to see what she's going to do because Nicki, historically, when we've seen her with men, she doesn't like a lot of drama. Even with the little stuff that went on with Meek Mill out in the public, she ain't like addressing that or talking about that. When he got into the situation where they were no longer together and talking about his court, that it's not a comfortable conversation with her. Even when it came to her brother, anything legal, when it comes to stuff, it's not a comfortable seat for her to speak on. So that man, her man, if you care about your woman and you know the kind of attention she brings and you don't want the attention yourself, I'd fall back a little bit because it don't seem like wifey likes that too much. She's obviously the breadwinner. Keep that shit cool.
That nigga, man. She got a knack for attracting some sexual predator ass niggas, boy. That and her brother, she,
damn.
It's just crazy, man. Like you would think that went down with her brother. Like, why even get a nigga that's a sex offender? That's crazy. But hey, I guess love is blind.
She defended him. No, when I remember when that first came out, she came out and said nobody knows the story, this and that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people, not to interrupt you, that's been in a lot of situations that are sex offenders. They had little things that happen. You know what I mean? Where, okay, the girl lied about her age, something like that. Maybe this didn't really go down like that. But you also got some creep ass niggas out there who are predators, that are looking for, younger women to take advantage of them, and older women that are looking to take advantage of younger men. We always tend to leave that out. So
that's a fact.
Not passing too much judgment, just giving our opinion on that.
Yeah, and that's all we can do. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Hopefully, you're happy. We've been saying that a million times. And you find happiness. This seems on the outside looking in real confusing and shady as shit, but ain't none of our business. Who you sleep with is your business. So
yeah, facts. But yeah, man, Whack 100, put a post up. I just actually seen it a few minutes ago before you walked in.
Yeah,
he was talking about Rock Nation owing him some money or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah, Whack 100 was on his IG. He's a little upset, obviously, about a situation that happened with Rock Nation. Let me pull that up right now. I just had it up, but he was talking about how apparently Rock Nation hadn't paid him. He said that he went through and tried to ask 3 different people in Rock Nation about his money, was unsuccessful at it, called out Jay-Z, and then he dropped a Instagram post saying everything was good. Let me read this post. He said, "Don't do no upfront business with Rock Nation without getting a deposit. When we do this shit, we are gangsters, bullies, and thugs. When they do it, it's a mistake. Jay-Z, tell your team to send me my money. I've been told 3 different dates since the service was rendered. The contract keeps everybody honest. Hashtag crooks with a smile at Rock Nation." Now then, eventually he went on his Instagram minutes after, sorry. Rock Nation, thanks for the payment. Underneath he said, "Never go for it. Speak your piece." Now he said thank you, but he was pissed. Called out Jay-Z, called out Rock Nation, called him crooks before he said thank you for his money. What do you think about that?
We don't know too much about the actual details of the contract. And Whack 100 has been one of those guys, who has been real gimmicky, but I kind of believe him on this one. And not to say that I have anything against Rock Nation, but obviously I think if he had to, he probably would have showed the contract, because he did mention something about the contract keeping people honest. Maybe he felt like he had to put people on notice, and it's kind of crazy though to think that Rock Nation would be engaged in shady business practices. Not that I'm accusing them
Shit.
of that, but it just, sometimes things can be overlooked, but again, I mean, it looks like they paid him and everything, but he did have a legitimate gripe